on, and I found out that there's no big stoners in the group. So this is going to become my new thing. The only problem is that weed does not settle well with me. I've done it about 4 times, and it generally makes me super paranoid and really nauseous. So my question is, how do I make my body love weed? And how do I make a homemade bong? Sincerely, Nick Rad.
Oh my God, you loser.
This is the perfect teenage question.
I want weed so bad that I'm going to get addicted to weed. I need a thing.
And I'm gonna just do this thing that makes me nauseous and paranoid. The 2 worst things you can be is afraid and sick.
I'm afraid and sick. Now, how do I make a grab bong? I have a 2-liter bottle of Coke and what else do I need?
An apple core or some shit. Oh, it's so funny. He doesn't care that he's gonna be like, when I'm car sick, I don't feel friendly or nice.
Yeah.
If I'm that and also scared, I don't want to feel those 2 things. And
He
he's
doesn't need to be. He'll have friends in the popular crowd.
like, small price to pay to get in on the group, dude.
I'm going to be cool at school. If I can just get myself addicted to this drug that makes me feel bad.
So scientific too. He's like, I've done some recon. There's no big stoner in the group, so boom, I'm in. Only problem is it makes me afraid and puke. Yeah, that's a pretty big problem. Maybe that's why there's no big stoner in the group. I've noticed that there's no people who are afraid and nauseous in the group.
You guys you're in need of a stoner, right? Token stoner. I bought a hemp necklace and some Birkenstocks. So all I need now is to make it so weed doesn't hurt me.
What makes the cool group cool? Were they all like this guy? What if they're all not cool? Like, is there
When
anybody
you're
who's really
16.
cool?
Is anybody cool when they're 16?
I don't know.
Very
or are they
few
all just
people.
these people, this teenager who's trying to be cool, and then it's like, if 5 people agree that they're all cool, then they're the cool group. Or is there an actual cool group, and then there's a bunch of fakers that try to join?
I think there's an actual cool group, right? There was in my high school.
And what made them cool?
They were the most. The girls were the most attractive.
And the guys?
I think they were. I'm not sure they were all the best looking guys, but they were the ones that the girls liked.
So this is the anatomy of a cool group. It's the best looking girls, and then the guys that they are most comfortable with. But not always the best looking guys, it's like the guys who don't give a shit. Like in my elementary school, it was like guys that like gelled their hair before I even knew what that was, or like got their ears pierced before I would ever even consider doing that.
Yeah.
Like, that's the genetic code. The ones that did that were the cool group.
Which
They
is
also listen
weird
to
because,
music.
right? I feel like music's a big one.
Yeah, like I was listening to the Grumpier Old Men soundtrack,
Being into cool music.
and they were like into Pantera and
Why don't you be the
Silverchair.
music guy? Get into music. Know where all the good shows are going to be.
Yeah.
And you don't have to feel sick.
Yeah, but you really want to...
Be a different kind of guy.
Don't
You
get
don't have
us
to be
wrong.
the
We still
stoner.
want you to change.
We still, yeah.
Don't be yourself.
Well, that's the real thing. He can change, but maybe like in a little more of an authentic way. You should find something you're actually into and be into that, and maybe they'll follow your lead there.
Yeah, and if you're going to force yourself to get into something,
Like running.
yeah.
Something that's healthier
Something
than...
that's healthier than weed.
And I'm not advocating I'm not saying don't smoke weed. I'm just saying don't smoke weed if it makes you sorry, not horny.
Do smoke
I'm
weed that
horny.
makes you-
Don't smoke it if it makes you paranoid and sick.
nauseous.
That's dumb.
That's not what weed should do. If it does, then your body thinks it's poison, and don't give it the poison to be cool.
That being said, I kind of instantly don't like this kid because didn't he just start his email sup cunt?
But he's in Australia, man. They're all that cool. Oh, bleaching hair, that was another cool thing.
Oh yeah.
Did you do that?
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah. So you were more like this kid, trying to be cool.
Yeah, I think I was more on like the outskirts of the cool crowd because like my thing was that I was funny, but I wasn't like quite cool enough to hang out with them all the time.
Yeah.
I was never hanging out with cool kids like on the weekends. On the weekends, I was hanging out with my loser friends, and then at school, I would be like kept around for comic relief.
Yeah. Would you listen to podcasts like this one if you were 16? Like, were you a comedy nerd at all?
I think I was a comedy nerd before high school. Like I had like the Adam Sandler CDs and stuff.
Yeah.
And I really liked those. Like, I liked movies more than CDs and stuff. I liked punk music, and then I liked Dave Matthews. I feel like I liked the popular bands of the time.
Yeah. You definitely had the musical taste of a popular kid,
Right.
but the hot girls didn't want to include you.
I think it was just because I was too shy. I think people are friendly if you're like, well, I guess high school's maybe not, but I was afraid to talk to anybody until like people accepted me to be funny, and then they would like look to me for commentary. And when I like can tell that people are waiting for me to talk, I'm happy to talk. But if I don't feel like, I can't usually interject. I can't like,
Which is sort of how it is now.
yeah,
Yeah. We still haven't grown.
no.
Yeah. Can you tell me about what it's like dyeing your hair as a teenager? Like,
Sort of,
so what is the beginning of it is seeing somebody else do it?
yeah.
Like
I
Mark
think-
Hoppus?
Yeah, it must have been like, or the guy from Sum 41 or something. It was like
Yeah.
just like a lot of kids in the punk scene were doing it. And then I had like, it was summertime and none of us had anything to do, so like,
You buy bleach or-
Eli, Ian, Matt, just like chilling. We're like,
Oh, you do
yo.
it with your friends.
Yeah, you do it with your friends. You all bleach each other's hair. I remember we all bleached our hair, and some of the bleach like dripped into Ian's eyebrow.
Do you tell your parents that you're going to do it, or you just show up one day for dinner and you
show
have
up.
bleached hair?
You show up, and they're like, "Oh, like, Christ, Jake, jeez, you look like an idiot."
What were you saying? Bleach
Oh yeah,
that-
so the bleach dripped into Ian's eyebrow, and he bleached the half of his left eyebrow. So then, out of solidarity, we all bleached half our eyebrows.
Yeah, I would imagine being a disappointed father if that happened.
Yeah, my dad was just like,
Because until you're 18, you're his property. It's like, oh, look what you did to yourself. You're like a dog that got itself dirty.
yeah.
You're ruining his.
was-
He has to show you to people.
And I
you
never
look like
right,
that.
Like I have to go to his office party. It's just like the Christmas cards going out, and I just have like a puka shell necklace and bleach blonde hair. Like, hey, oh.
I
This
did
is all
that.
while I had braces. So he's like paying thousands of dollars to fix my teeth, and I'm destroying every other part of me.
So our advice is, don't get high. Try bleaching your hair and getting into music.
Yeah, that's good.
And there's hope for you yet. Everyone's sort of a turd Ferguson at age 16.
That's right. Good luck, cunt.
That's it. That's our episode. That's our time. Thank you so much for listening. We'll be back on Monday. If you have your own questions or your own theme song submissions or your own thumbnail submissions, for all you graphic artists out there who've been using your thumbnail submissions when we post our episodes to Facebook, send everything to iwereyoushow@gmail.com. That opening theme song, again, was from Justin Turpin. And this last one is from Jonathan Gould, who said he's had 2 other theme songs. So this is a hat trick for Jonathan Gould. All right, thanks, guys.
All
See you
right.
soon.
Cheers.
Oh, real quick, before we end the episode, we wanted to give one special shout-out to a band, 6C, that we use their theme song so often, Audrey Scott, who submitted to us so many times. We're going to use her theme song in the next episode, but we wanted to give her band's Kickstarter a shout-out, just in case you wanted to support them for being so great on this show. If you go to Kickstarter.com and search Sick, C, S-I-C-K, space S-E-A, you can find out all about their Kickstarter and donate it if you're feeling very, what's the word? Charitable?
Chill.
Helpful?
Good.
Cool?
Beans.
Yeah. So we wanted to give them a quick little shout out before this episode ended. Now, good night.
If you're feeling stuck, if you can't move an inch, sending your email to a mirror and the pinch, they'll only take a second, and they will pave the way, to ease all your troubles and you're through another day, throw in a few jokes and some of them are funny, say some dumb shit, protecting anonymity, it's tough. And life's rough. Let these 2 Jews just tell you what to do if I were you.
There's good news, podcast listener. The Podcast One app version 2.5 update is available right now.
Awesome!
Which means you'll be able to directly access all the shows you really care about anytime and anywhere you want. Adam Carolla, Steve Austin, NPR, Loveline, Dan Patrick, and a whole bunch more.
Wow!
Plus, now you can play, pause, or stop any of your favorites and pick up right where you left off later on. So go to podcastone.com now and download app version 2.5. That's podcastone.com.